What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Auto Endeavors channel. Today we're going to be discussing the topic of, is the Ford Maverick going to be the replacement of some of Ford's other well-known automobiles, as far as the Fusion and the Focus? As most people know, the Ford Motor Company has decided to completely get rid of all of its regular standard cars, so to speak. Anything that resembles a regular car has been eliminated from the lineup of Ford vehicles. Now, that includes the Ford Fusion, the Ford Focus, the Ford Fiesta, and many different models that they used to previously have in years prior, and it boils down to the Ford Motor Company only offering crossover vehicles, SUVs, and pickup trucks. The one exception to this rule is the Ford Mustang, as they are continuing to use that vehicle and provide that vehicle as far as cars are concerned, but all the other regular cars have been replaced by pickup trucks, crossovers, and SUVs as a whole. Now, the question at hand is Ford going to replace all of its cars with crossovers and pickup trucks, right? Because that sector of the industry still exists. There are still people who want smaller size vehicles. Not everyone wants a larger size vehicle. Many inner city dwellers in large cities across the nation want vehicles that can fit into parking garages, small parking spaces, and small streets. The Ford Fusion filled that need very well for individuals who may have a spouse and or some smaller children, and they might live in the city rather than the suburbs or in a more rural environment. The Ford Focus was very good for single individuals who didn't need very much room in their automobile because mainly they were driving themselves around. So the Ford Maverick, as we know, is being geared much towards those individuals, but those smaller cars did have their place within the market. And I think Ford realizes that, and I would think they realize they need to have something for those individuals who have those needs and used to previously purchase those types of vehicles and drive them on a daily basis. So Ford has nixed all of their cars, so to speak, and they need to come up with something that provides for those individuals. The Maverick is the first step in that direction. But what we're going to do is we're going to go take a look at an article that discusses this very topic, and we're going to talk about it a little bit and see what the article has to say, and I'm also going to share some of my opinions on the matter. So we're taking a look at an article on musclecarsandtrucks.com. I will be linking this article in the description down below for your viewing pleasure. But basically, the title of this article is Ford Maverick Not Replacing Fusion Sedan, Maybe Room for Smaller Truck. So what this article kind of alludes to is there might be a possibility that Ford makes an even smaller truck. And if that's the case, it'll be interesting to see because, as most people know, the Maverick is a very small pickup truck, smaller than pretty much any truck on the market other than perhaps the Hyundai Santa Cruz. But Ford could be deciding to replace something like the Fusion or the Fiesta or the Focus or one of their very smaller vehicles with a pickup truck counterpart. So we could see an even smaller truck than the Maverick, which would be interesting for sure. How many trucks the market can hold, I am uncertain of. But again, this article is on musclecarsandtrucks.com. I will be linking this article in the description down below. But basically what this article says is the Ford Motor Company is currently without a sedan or hatchback for sale in the United States. We just mentioned this, how they got rid of all of their regular cars. 10 years ago, that would have been seen as a suicidal move for any marquee. But with the segment eroding and the remaining share only being left to its biggest players, Japanese and Korean models like the Hyundai Sonata and the Toyota Camry these days, the American automaker had to rethink its entry products, and that entry product is now the Ford Maverick. This is one of the smallest vehicles Ford has recently unveiled, and this is going to be the vehicle that's marketed the biggest towards inner city dwellers. Basically, for the 2022 model year lineup, Ford, the new Maverick pickup truck, is actually the most affordable model of the entire portfolio, with the EcoSport utility vehicle being cut from the American lineup. That's an interesting point. I didn't know the EcoSport was cut, but I always found it to be a rather unattractive vehicle and a very odd-looking vehicle, so to speak. So it's kind of good they got rid of that and decided to replace it with the Ford Maverick. But is it fair to say that the Ford Maverick is replacing entry-level passenger cars and utility vehicles, as some have alluded to? Turns out that's a misconception, according to Hao Thai Tang, Chief Product Platform and Operations Officer at Ford Motor Company. So basically, Ford has come out and said, no, this is not replacing the entry-level passenger car. But what does that mean? Does that mean they're going to offer another pickup truck, perhaps a smaller crossover vehicle? We will just have to wait and see. But it is a very likely possibility that that could occur, especially given those remarks from executives at Ford saying this is not replacing entry-level passenger cars. Even though more likely than not, many people who would have picked up a Fusion might end up picking up this instead. No, it's not replacing the Ford Fusion, said Hai Thang in an interview with the MCNT. We looked at it as the passenger vehicles are getting very commoditized. It's difficult for us to make money. How else can we use the capital and engineering capacity? We decide let's play to our strengths, which Ford is known very well for its pickup trucks. It's the top-selling pickup truck across America as a whole. It outdoes all of the competitors in that market, so they're going with what they know best. Considering that America loves pickup trucks and that Ford outsells any other brand for 40 years, like I just mentioned, there's an opportunity to expand on that competency. Though, if we're going by automaker, it's General Motors that takes the truck sales crown. What are we good at? Trucks. What do we need? An affordable entry vehicle to bring first-time buyers into the showroom, he said, which is a key point. There are a lot of first-time buyers each year that goes by. Somebody grows up and decides to buy their own vehicle. So the 2022 Ford Maverick managed to rack up some 100,000 reservations ahead of its launch, which is happening now. That's a great number for Ford. Most reservations are coming from Los Angeles, followed by Orlando, Florida. That's an interesting point. And San Francisco, Houston, Texas rounds up the top 4 spots. Coastal markets tend to favor import brands, so this could be considered to be a major inroads in swinging momentum towards the home team. That's another interesting point, that inner city and inter-country areas typically buy more American than the coastal lands. Possible opportunities for an even smaller truck. The Ford Maverick is indeed the smallest new pickup truck for sale in America, but that doesn't mean the truck is necessarily small. In fact, its overall length rivals that of a full-size sedan, such as the popular Dodge Charger muscle car. So we asked Hao Thai Tang if there's opportunity to go even smaller. Maybe, he said, there's certainly in other markets like South America and South Africa, but the Maverick is a great story. We leveraged the Bronco Sport platform. We did all of our built for tough validation on it, and the decision to go full hybrid eliminates the decision for first-time buyers on fuel efficiency and operational costs. The 2022 Ford Maverick starts at $20,000 plus a $1,500 destination charge. So basically, what this article discusses, there is a possibility that smaller pickup trucks are made. It looks like Ford is looking at international markets more so than American markets. Americans like things big, and the Maverick is small enough but big enough at the same time. And it'll be interesting to see what Ford unveils in the future. But that's all I have for you today on the Auto Endeavors channel. I appreciate everyone for stopping by and checking out the video today. Be sure to hit the like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with future updates on our channel. Both of those things really help out our channel grow a whole lot. So I appreciate all of our loyal viewers as well as new viewers. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below, letting us know your thoughts and opinions on Ford implementing an even smaller pickup truck. Let me know if that is a possibility, you think, or that's just nonsense. Let me know all that in the comment section down below. And with all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.